positive, and that is terrifying. The red truck because I think that would bring chaos that I need if we swap names. It feels like I'm making a lot more.
You can mark it out more and keep it.
Lance, this is not for you. This is for you. It is for you. But I'm sorry. I am making this vote so I can carry our little alliance into the future. And I'm going to make some big moves once we make the marriage, so you can count on that.
Like it might be me tonight, based on people giving me so many names. But this is the last thing I heard, and hopefully it's enough to pay off.
I missed the route that time, but I almost slipped on the bridge.
You're getting better. So.
I'm making it there. He didn't put the rock back.
You can tell him for me.
I will do that. My heart's like beating pretty fast right now. Because this one's the first one that actually kind of hurts. I mean, I was sad about Stephanie. Obviously, I didn't cover Angela because she was voting for me, but obviously, like, I hope this is the plan what's happening, but I also, like, part of me hopes that it's, like, not, and I just wasn't involved because I really like this guy, and it hurts me to do that. But also, it's not my name, so.
Good game, y'all. Y'all kill it, okay?
Lance, the tribe has spoken.
Love you. Love y'all too.
Time for you to go.
All right. Me and Julia had a great relationship throughout the whole entire game. And most of the people that were getting targeted early, like Angela and Steph, we had great relationships. It's just I didn't feel that they didn't feel that they were on the bottom. So they was willing, like when Stephanie was first on the chopping block, they was willing to easily do Stephanie. When Julia and Angela don't realize that they're so on the bottom. And then when Angela's name came up and I, go to Julia, try to talk about, possibly, seeing what we could do, who we could pull in, she was just like, no, like that's the vote. And it's like, it's hard when I know the strategic mind I have and I know the gameplay that I could bring forth. It's just hard when you got people who's on the bottom, not realizing they're on the bottom, and I have nothing else to work with. Because Anthony and Sam, 100%, like, tight. So I knew something was up when he told me, let's go Sam. And Colin and Travis seemed like they have this unspoken like camaraderie, and it found weird when Travis told me Colin. And then when I go to Sam and Travis, they tell me Colin. I'm like, y'all can't keep y'all story straight. So at that moment, I knew I was done. And it's just like, I didn't watch Survivor enough. I didn't follow Survivor Challenge. On production for another series, like I know the telltale signs. And it's honestly a good thing that they got me out, because let me have made it to a swap scenario, let me have made it to a merge, you would have been fighting an uphill battle to take Lance down. And that's all it was. It's a little emotional. Yeah. I could just rant all day about it, but it's just from the moment when Sam had the rookie mistake that I can't believe I made. So when me and Stephanie we won that challenge with Bobby and Bruce. We won the challenge. We decided not to tell people, but my thing was, I knew the other side probably won, so I wanted to personally talk to only the 4 of us that had won, which was Anthony and Angela, me, Steph. And we had won Flint the following challenge, and my crazy self was holding on to the Flint. It was in my bag, but my clue I put in my water bottle strap. And when we had to go barter, Sam decided to like run back and get all our items for the barter. And she knew I had the Flint. Instead of going in my bag, she just chose, oh, let me just look in Lance's water bottle flap. And that's the magic place it was. And she saw a note. She didn't read what the note said, but she knew I had a note. So immediately she started like telling people, which was Steph, who knew I had it, that Lance got a note, something's not right. So immediately I knew I had to do damage control and just let it out to the whole tribe. Even though, you know, that moment probably cost me my game, I could have just been like, whatever happened, and just went in the woods myself. But I was trying to do damage control because I did see a future with my tribe. But at the end of the day, I knew I was on the bottom. I knew I wasn't the bottom because I knew they had Steph, who was rubbing people the wrong way. I knew they had Angela, who they felt wasn't strong in challenges. I thought I had made a lot of leeway with Anthony, and Colin and Travis had started coming around. So I thought I would have a couple rounds, and we was anticipating merge. So I was like, okay, a merge is going to be here possibly. And, you know, if a merge happens, that'll open up my game and I can make stuff happen. Because they was so gung-ho like keeping Kia strong. But I know at the end of the day, I would have had to do what it takes for me to move forward. And I didn't see a full future with them, even though I wanted it, you know? Mm-hmm. I think the core is Anthony and Sam are like solid, but Anthony likes to throw Sam's name out, so Julia feel like she's included in that, but she's really not. It's the next in command after Sam would be Colin. After Colin is Travis, because Colin feels really good about Travis. Julia doesn't realize she honestly needs a swap for her game to benefit. Unless she finds some kind of way to throw Travis under the bus, Julia is next for our tribe. So I feel like Anthony is the top dog right now in our tribe. Like, he's that unspoken leader. Because for our tribe, I didn't feel no one wanted to step up and be that leader, because we're all fans. We know like the leader, especially if you're that abrasive leader, it never works out. So we all just try to put forth ideas to move forward. But Anthony, to me, stood out as that person who is top tier. So that's where I feel like he's the top dog, and Sam is his second in command. The thing is, I feel like he's a top dog as in, you know, the Kia, as in none of those other people will ever throw out Anthony's name. Like, they will. Anthony did a really good job. You know, the same thing I thought I did. I thought I had good rapport with a lot of people, because that's how I play a very social game. I thought that's what I had. But obviously he did something a little bit better than me to make that extra special connection with these people. So I feel like with Kia, nothing's gonna happen to him. In a swap scenario, it all depends, because he also has been the ring leader, the driver in getting a Upon and Kia alliance. Say a swap happens, that we, you know, keep each other together so we all could play merge together, get out Zika members if we go to tribal kind of thing. So he was one of the ringleaders, and always when we had the mingling sessions where we could talk to other tribes, was always very forthcoming. Now, me personally, I had a better relationship with Zika, but I couldn't let my tribe know that, because they were so anti-Zika. Like, Austin played in my season of Surviving Reelfoot, and you know, I made sure that no one, you know, because the one time I pulled him aside, I was like, Austin, like, I'm here to play a very, like, Lance is nowhere on the live game radar. Like, all I ask is that you don't mention nothing about knowing me, nothing about playing with me. And that time we had the mingling, he told me he didn't. And I told him I would never mess up your game because I want to have a fresh, authentic game. And so I just had connections with some of the other people on his tribe that was just seemed so more forthcoming. Whereas everyone else on my tribe loved Upon. The only person on Upon I was really excited to play with was William. So when William got voted out, it really, like, made me feel like, okay, well, now I gotta see what's next. Because me and William have a lot of things in common. I'm a radio DJ, he does podcasting. I do videography and photography, he does that as well. So it's like, when we had the intermingling, that was someone I connected with on Upon. And that was really about it. Everyone else I was okay with because my tribe was okay with them. So that was that. I would have early on, see, ooh, that's a hard one. Okay, I would have probably fought for Stephanie a little bit harder, being that I had that connection with Julia, and if I could have, you know, we could have talked to Angela a little more and pulled in whoever those three were a little more comfortable with, which I felt was Travis, because Colin is a little more strategic than Travis, and let them realize they're on the bottom. So I should have fought for Stephanie more because me and Stephanie had a really good connection. The survival challenge is honestly, nobody else get mad at me. It's number one. The thing is, I feel like in the short period of time, even getting 16th place, that I experienced so many ups and downs. It was one moment where I was puking my brains out. It was one moment where I felt I was just so dehydrated and dead. It was moments where we was on top. I was dominating challenges for my tribe. I felt like there's a lot of challenges that I, you know, had a hand in winning for our tribe. I got to have a feast. I had some type of clue for an idol. I just can't seem to find an idol in a game. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's, my experience was amazing. I really played Survival Challenge for the challenge aspect. There's a lot of live games, you know, try to mimic challenges as much as possible, but Survival Challenge is one of those top tier that mimics it almost to the T. And it's like, if you can come out here and beat these challenges, you know, 39 days might not look too bad, you know? So this is definitely a test.
Perfect sound bite to finish off on. Well, you played a hell of a game, man.
All right, thank you so much for having me.